Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. So it is finally Friday and today we have an amazing recipe to kick off the weekend. We're talking smoky Spanish shrimp with rice. This is known in Spain as gambas con salsa de tomate y arroz. And let me tell you, this dish is packed with layer upon layer of so many great flavors. It's made with just a handful of ingredients and done in 30 minutes. Folks, this is the perfect dish for a busy weeknight or even for a relaxed weekend lunch next to a bottle of Spanish wine. Either way, serve this dish next to a crunchy baguette to mop up all that beautiful smoky sauce. Alright, let's begin by adding in 2 cups of water into a saucepan, which is 480 milliliters. Then we'll season generously with sea salt and heat it with a high heat. While the water is heating, I'm going to measure out 1 cup of long grain rice, which is 180 grams. You can use whatever rice you like to make this recipe, though the liquid to rice ratios might be different. And we'll add the rice into a fine sieve and rinse it under some cold running water until it starts running clear underneath the sieve, which takes just 1 to 2 minutes. Once the water comes to a boil in the saucepan, we'll add in the rice and we'll give it a mix. That way everything is well mixed together. Then we'll place the lid on the pan and lower the fire to a low-medium heat, and we're going to simmer this for about 15 minutes or until that rice is perfectly cooked through. Important to check the package instructions in the rice you're using, that way you cook it right on the money. While the rice is cooking, let's start making our smoky Spanish shrimp. I'm going to heat a fry pan with a medium heat and add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. While the oil is heating, I'm going to add in 1 pound of raw jumbo shrimp, which is 450 grams, over some paper towels and pat them completely dry. For this recipe, I'm using red Argentinian shrimp that are about frozen and thawed out and already peeled and deveined, but you can use whatever shrimp you like here. And we'll season the shrimp with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper, and you just have to do this on one side. Once the oil is nice and hot in the pan, but as you can see it's not smoking, we'll start adding the shrimp into the pan, making sure they're all in a single layer. And as you know, I always like to add the first one by the handle and then go in a circular motion. That way when you have to flip the shrimp, you know where to start and they all evenly cook. And we're just going to go for 30 seconds per side on the shrimp here. At this stage, you don't want to fully cook them through. Just give them a light sear all around. After cooking the shrimp for 1 minute, once again that's 30 seconds per side, we'll remove them from the pan and set them aside. Now using the same pan with the same heat, I'm going to add in 1 small onion that I finely chopped, 1 green bell pepper that I finely chopped, and 5 cloves of garlic that have been roughly chopped. And we'll mix the vegetables around continuously with the olive oil, that way they all evenly saute. After 4 to 5 minutes and the vegetables are lightly sauteed, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.5 grams. You'll find a link where you can get the Spanish paprika I'm using in the description box below, and if you buy it from that link, you'll also get 25% off your order. And we'll also pinch in a 1/4 teaspoon of saffron threads, which is 0.17 grams. Link where you can get the golden saffron in the description box below as well. And we'll give it a quick mix, that way the spices are evenly mixed into the vegetables. Then we'll add in a 14.5 ounce can of tomato sauce, which is 410 grams. And we'll season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. If you see that your tomato sauce is a bit acidic, just add in a little white sugar in there or even some baking soda. And we'll give it a mix until everything's well mixed together and then simmer it without mixing the mixture. Alright, let's move back to the rice. It's been simmering for about 15 minutes and at this point it should be perfectly cooked through. Once again, make sure to check the package instructions in the rice you're using, that way you cook it right on the money. At this point, I'm going to remove the rice from the heat and using a fork, we'll gently fluff the rice. This is to help separate the grains. And we'll transfer some of the rice into a serving dish. Okay, let's move back to our tomato sauce. It's been simmering for about 10 minutes, and at this point, those flavors should be developed. For the next step, I'm gonna add in the shrimp back into the pan. And we'll mix the shrimp around with the sauce and go for another 2 to 3 minutes here, or until the shrimp are beautifully cooked through. Then we'll remove the pan from the heat and add some of the mixture over the rice. And we'll sprinkle it with some chopped fresh parsley. Check it out, smoky Spanish shrimp with rice. Once again known in Spain as gambas con salsa de tomate y arroz. Super easy to make, such a beautiful presentation, and all done in just 30 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Seriously, look how beautiful this dish turned out. This is something I am so excited to try. Here we go. Wow. And the shrimp are beautifully cooked. And that sauce with the saffron and the pimenton, the paprika, out of this world delicious. And that rice just balances it out for the perfect meal. You saw this easy to make, just a handful of ingredients and done in 30 minutes. Give it a try at home, and I promise you the first bite you're gonna absolutely love this because it's so good. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Hal Gonzalez, Juan Iturri, Bunny Green, Xiomara, and Rob Haskins. Again guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below, and as always, don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.